how long has he been in office? 10 months?
100 years.
500 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So we need 3 years, 2 more months, plus 4 more years?
That's what God wants. That's what God wants.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what
so
Steve Bannon is saying.
7 years, 2 months more.
No. Jodi, your math is all wrong. Because if he does another, if for some reason he does another term, then that's the end. There are no more terms. There's no time without him until he dies at that point.
Oh, I see. You're saying if he gets that other term, then that goes out
Once
the
there's
window.
no term limit, there's no term limit.
Then we're done.
Yeah.
Then we're just done. Then
Once
it is
there's
King
no,
Donald.
say, I don't know, you were to, not that this has ever happened, but demolish the East Wing.
Right.
There will not be another East Wing. Is that what you guys are saying?
Close.
Okay.
Close.
This story is obviously ricocheting around, and I also wonder, do they get together? Is there talking point?
You understand, like, this is how the right-wing propaganda machine works. It's like you talk to somebody extreme.
Right.
They say something extreme.
Right.
And then that gets filtered down through Fox News, Newsmax, OAN, blah, blah, blah. They put their spin on it, and they say so-and-so is saying X, Y, and Z. Do you agree with X, Y, and Z? And then somebody in a responsible, quote-unquote, position will say, well, it's an interesting point, and we're going to have to take a look at it.
Right.
Obviously, like, the 22nd Amendment has certain provisions, but I think he's raising an interesting point. There may be things that we can look at and do. And then this is how this shit gets sane-washed.
Here, listen to this.
Steve Bannon said in a recent interview that there could be plans for you to be able to run and potentially win a third term in 2028. Is that something you'd be willing to challenge the court to be?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. We have some very good people, as you know. But I have the best poll numbers I've ever had. I mean, I just solved 8 wars and a 9th is coming.
I like watching Marco Rubio's eyes blinking. He's sending us a message. We just can't decode it. We need to be able to...
No, the message is, I love this. This is perfect.
I think the
don't think
message
he
is,
does.
if he's talking about a third term, that means I don't get to be president in 2028. That's what I think he's
He
thinking.
does bring up Marco Rubio in part of this interview where he says, well, we do have other great people, J.D. Vance.
Right.
And Marco Rubio could be J.D. Vance's vice president.
Oh, he said that?
He didn't say which one was which.
Oh. That's funny.
So
Do you know
now,
why? Do you know why?
Yeah.
Here we go.
One theory on how you might try to serve a third term is that you could run as the vice president.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that. No, you'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't do that. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out because it's too cute. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute.
My people wouldn't like that.
No, they just want me to be president, so I'm just going to be president.
It is what Vladimir Putin did.
Yes.
That's
if
true.
you consider him cute,
That's true.
then it is very cute.
Yeah.
the fact that he frames this as so cute, and back to the sane washing that's constantly happening. It's not sane washing. It's insane washing. Like, for him to talk about possibly being the vice president, and he could think of it, and everyone talking about these loopholes, it's too much. Like, it's too, there are constant conversations in this direction. And soon we're going to be looking at we'll be in a ballot box.
Right. Do you want to overturn the 22nd Amendment? Yes, no?
I don't think it's going to come to that.
Do you think it's going to be more just...
They're not going to deal with the Constitution. I mean, I personally don't think he's going to run in 2028. I think there's enough people who don't want that to happen that will prevent it from happening. But I'm wrong about everything.
No, that's not true.
I'm wrong about most things.
No, that's not true.
I wanted you to be a part of this podcast.
I love that he started that, though, with, first of all, what is a reporter doing? Let's not do that. Let's not be like, what about if you ran as vice president? But the first thing he said is, I'd be allowed to do that, but...
Well, that's...
and no, like that's where that conversation should end. Oh, wait, no, you wouldn't. No, that's not allowed. That's not a thing. It's very much prohibited by the Constitution.
It's the
vice president
Maxwell thing. I'd be allowed to partner, but I'm not going to.
Right.
I mean, he hadn't even thought about it. If the people want him to run
is.
for a third, I think, fourth term, then, he's got to do it. He's got to do it for the people.
He does do most things for the people.
His people, my people. Here's a little more. He really went hog wild on the Air Force One.
They have Jasmine Crockett, a low IQ person. They have AOC's low IQ. If you give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. Those are very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions.
Is it identifying them
Yes.
or is it
Yes.
memorizing them?
No, I think it's literally identifying them.
Yes.
Oh, well, then he's right. They're
And
very easy questions.
You know, what's common in these sorts of tests is they'll say a long sentence to you.
Yeah.
And then they have other parts of the exam that'll happen. And then they'll ask
The
you
same
a couple
long-
of questions about the long sentence.
Right.
Which, you know, even based on some of these, you know, these conversations, these questions that he has, it's clear sometimes he can't remember stuff.
You could not be more wrong. He's a master of the weave.
Oh, okay.
When long sentences
Right.
happen, and then you talk about something else, and then you go back to the first sentence, he always knows. He's always sharp as a tack.
Whoever came up with the weave is a genius.
I think it was his hair transplanter.
No, the questions are like, we're giving you 3 numbers. Can you say back those 3 numbers?
Yeah. And then he goes, yes, 3 numbers.
This is man, woman, camera,
Yeah, it's the same thing,
TV.
right?
Yeah, it's that test.
By the way, I've heard that phrase, the man, woman, camera, TV person,
Yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
I've never memorized it. I don't know what the order of those words are.
The order of it?
I may have.
They're images that you have to put in order, or is it the words?
See, you don't know either.
I
You
haven't
couldn't
taken
pass
it.
this test.
I couldn't.
You're a lot
Me,
low IQ.
AOC,
and
Jasmine
me, and
Crockett.
me.
Yeah,
We're
you,
all
Michael
low
Black.
IQ individuals.
Oh, my God. I never knew.
Everybody knows this, but it's probably worth stating. Anytime he mentions low IQ, he's talking about a minority or a woman, and in particular,
Yes.
a minority woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God somebody has the courage to say it. Now, we have had Jasmine Crockett on our TV
We
show
love Jasmine
twice.
Crockett. She's not low IQ.
She's one of the smarter guests I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
we've
yeah.
had.
I'd call her high IQ.
Yeah, I'd call her high IQ.
Definitely.
Even without having her identify animals, you would call her a high?
No, I held up a picture of a giraffe.
Oh, okay.
And she knew what it was? Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Lickety split.
Lickety split.